Hello, beaders. Welcome to Beachside Bead Boutique. My name is Jerry, and today I am super excited because I have Bargain Bead Box here. I am super excited to see what's in here and then also stick around to see what I design from the contents of this box. Now, I know it is a little bit later, and you may have seen an unboxing already of Bargain Bead Box, so please stick around to see what I design from the contents because you're going to love it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started and get into this month's box. This is Bargain Bead Box July 2026. And can you guys even believe that it's July already? I mean, actually, now it's middle of July, so it's just crazy. Okay, so we have Rainforest Relics collection. I haven't watched any unboxings or anything yet, so I'm very excited. I did watch Lauren's sneak peek though, because you know I can never help myself. Ooh, ooh, I love this bag. That is so pretty. Ooh, oh, okay. All right, you guys know I get excited and get ahead of myself. So get everything organized, and then I'll be right back, and we will reveal this month's box. Okay, so I have everything organized, and we have 21 items in this month's collection, and we do have a bonus. So 22 items, and the retail value is $86.80. But if you subscribe to Bargain Bead Box's monthly subscription, you only pay $25 a month, and it includes the shipping. So it is a very good deal, and you will see everything that I'm unboxing. I mean, you get things like that in every single box. I mean, of course, it is specific to one curated theme, but there is always plenty of gemstones, crystals, bead caps, pendants, clasps. I mean, it's jam-packed full of great things with a really, really good value. So I encourage you to check out Bargain Bead Box's monthly subscription. And of course, I will link that in my description box for you to easily check out. Oh, and you do also get a 30% off coupon code with your monthly box. So you can use that coupon code for like 2 months, but you get a new code every single month if you subscribe. And you could use it at the sister site Beadbox Bargains. Like I said, it is 30% off, and it is a very good deal. I've used that coupon code countless times to save me a good bit of money. So, I mean, that's another perk of being a subscriber to their bead box. Okay, so we have Rainforest Relics. Travel deep into the jungle in search of treasure. You'll find a gorgeous hand-carved Kambaba jasper rose plus matching English cut and matte round beads. Other gemstone accents include deep teal apatite, turquoise magnesite, detailed DZ beads, and red agate rounds, sparkling crystals, and an array of bronze finished bindings complete the collection. And that sounds really, really cool to me. I love things that are tropical and has that tropical vibe. So I am really excited to see everything that's in here. Okay, so Rainforest Relics. First we have approximate 32 millimeter Kambaba Jasper carved rose pendant, and this is a $7.99 value. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. That is very nice. Look at that beautiful detail in there and the beautiful swirls of color. We have dark, deep green and black, just all swirled throughout. And that's the back. Oh, very pretty marble. That is beautiful. And there's the hole. So it's just drilled from the top to back, front to back, I mean. Very pretty. And next we have 7 to 8 millimeter Kambaba Jasper English cut faceted round beads, 7-inch strand, and this retail value is $6.99. Ooh. Ooh, that is so gorgeous. I love this deep green with the black, very jungle-like, very pretty. And I love the cut of this bead. It's so pretty. I mean, gorgeous. Next, we have 6 to 7 millimeter turquoise green magnesite dyed rondelle beads, 7-inch strand for $6.99. See, already with just these 3 items, I mean, we're getting close to the whole price that you pay for the box. Ooh, that is very pretty. Look at that beautiful color. I love the teal. I love the shape. The rondelle beads, very pretty. I mean, look at the variation in color. That is beautiful. And it looks very pretty with this. Yes, so pretty. And this just brightens it up, so that's very nice. And next we have 15-inch strand apatite nugget beads for $7.99. I love apatite. Ooh, these, and I love nuggets. I mean, you guys have heard me say that before. These are gorgeous. I love the beautiful blue and the swirls of the brown. And of course, we do have varying shades of the blue and almost a greenish, because that blue and the brown mixed together, and almost a dark black. Very pretty. I mean, they're very smooth and glossy. So pretty. I mean, look at this strand. It is very nice and long. That is super gorgeous. And then next, we have 8 millimeter red agate round bead 7-inch strand for $4.99. So when I say red agate, okay, that's pretty. Kind of like carnelian agate. I don't know if that's the same as red agate. Maybe it's just another term for it, but that is very pretty. I love these. I love this beautiful color. And this is so jungle-like with the green and the blues here. Yes, gorgeous. But look at these very pretty shades of orange and yellow and cream. Just gorgeous. Okay, next we have 10 pieces, 10 millimeter Kababa Jasper matte round beads, $2.99 value. Ooh, that's neat. These are a very nice, substantial bead. Definitely has some weight to it. Very earthy looking. Very nice. I mean, they have, see, swirls of a little bit lighter shade. Really like that. Like I said, this is a very nice, substantial bead. And next we have 4 by 5 by 2 millimeter synthetic turquoise man-made rondelle beads, 14.5-inch strand for $3.99. So we have some really pretty turquoise. Yes, very pretty. It's a nice long strand. Very pretty. Looks pretty with this collection. And it does brighten it up. Next we have 4 pieces, 13 by 14, 13 to 14 by 9 by 10 millimeter agate Z barrel beads. And this is a $4.99 value. Ooh, these are gorgeous. These are definitely very jungle looking. I love the very pretty green in these two, and then these two have more of a creamy color to them. Very pretty. I love the little patterns on there. Like I said, it looks very jungle-like. Really love that. Next, we have 6 by 4 millimeter crystal faceted fancy rondelle beads in varied olivine crackle, 7-inch strand for $4.99. Ooh, very pretty. Some very pretty crystals. Beautiful. That beautiful color. I mean, we have like the kind of like a white, but we have like a deeper blackish green in there as well. But of course, beautiful sparkle. I mean, so pretty. I love the shape of these. It's very nice. Gorgeous. Next, we have 6 by 5 millimeter crystal English cut round beads in green vitriol, 9.5 inches for $3.90 or $3.99. Ooh, that is so pretty. I mean, look at that beautiful shimmer. Beautiful. Sparkle City. So gorgeous. And next we have 21 by 8 millimeter enameled brass hammered oval charm, $2.99 value. Oops. Ooh, that's cute. Okay, that's cute. I like the really pretty turquoise on there. And then that's the back, so it has that same pattern. Very cute. Next, we have 2 pieces, 21 by 17 millimeter Monstera leaf charm in jungle green, and this is a $1.99 value. Ooh, that is pretty. I love the palm leaf. Like I said, I'm a big fan of tropical and palm leaves. I mean, I live in Florida where we have tons of palms, and I love palm trees. That is really cute, and it's the same pattern on both sides. I like the feel of this. It's like soft. I really like these. Yes. Next, we have 4 pieces, 27 by 14 millimeter Monstera leaf links for $2.99. Again, we have some really cool palm leaf charms, and I love them. Okay, they're links. See, we have a hole on this side, and we have a hole here. So they could be little connectors, or you could just hang something off of them. So that's one side, and then that's the other. So it's a little bit different. It has the leafy vein on the back. So that's the front and the back. Very cool. Okay, next we have 41 by 35 millimeter leaf pendant in antique bronze patina, $2.99. I will tell you guys, I absolutely love patina. So I am very excited about this. I love the patina. Ooh, that is so pretty. Okay, so it has the same color on both sides. And then this is the back, I'm assuming. Yeah, because see, this is, I don't know. I mean, what side is the back? See, this one you could see more of the leafy detail. So maybe that's the back. Either way, I think that is gorgeous. Like I said, I love the patina color with the bronze. It's very earthy and kind of gives it a rustic, kind of an ancient, old school vibe. I really, really like it. I'm going to shear the pendant with that. There we go. Next, we have 10 grams 4 by 3 millimeter glass saucer beads in dark orange, $2.99 value. And I love this. I love the green with the turquoise, with the orange. Very, very jungly. I really like this color palette. You guys let me know what you think. Do you like the color palette? Very nice. Some nice bright orange seed beads. And like I said, looks very nice with this. Next, we have 4 pieces, 20 by 22 millimeter spiral charm mix in antique bronze patina, $2.99. Again, we have the patina. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, I love ooh, yes, I love these. Ooh, I'm so excited for these. Yeah, so there's the back of that. And even the back looks cool too. Very nice. I love these charms. That is so cool. I love these. Yes, I can't wait to see the companion bundle. I'm absolutely loving this. I mean, I love this darker color with these bright colors too. It is so jungle. So cool. Next, we have 10 grams, 4.5 by 3.5 millimeter cubic rondelle spacer beads, $2.99. So these look to be like an antique bronze. Ooh, yes. Okay, they're kind of like a seed bead, pretty much. Very nice. I love the color. Okay, next we have 10 millimeter leafy bead caps, $2.99 value. That's cool. Let's say how many we get. 10 millimeter. It doesn't say how many. Oh, yes. I love bead caps. I always say this is one thing I really, really appreciate getting in a box because they could be used for any kind of a project. Very cool. Okay, next we have 2 sets, 26 by 31 millimeter toggle clasp, $2.99. And this is one of those other things that I always appreciate getting in the box. Ooh, ooh, these are nice. I absolutely love this. Yes, that is so cool. So we have this one. Very nice. I love how large it is. And the bar has that same detail. And then we have this one with that detail and the bar. Look at how cool that is. I love these. This is very cool. Next, we have 1 meter, 6.5 by 2.5 millimeter La Mucina chain, $4.99 value. Oh, that's nice. Of course, it is very long because it's 1 meter. But look at that pretty design on there. That is really cool. I like that design. Very nice. And I love the color. Okay, and next, and this is last, this is a 2-piece bonus brass pinch balls. And I never learned how to work them from the last time when they had them in the Making Waves collection. Okay, these are little. See, and it has a little opening there, so you would put your little bead in that, I'm assuming. I've not used them, like I said. I've seen other people use them in their jewelry. Maybe I need to watch a tutorial. Very cool. And that's a nice little bonus, so thank you for that. Okay, beaders, well, that's everything from the Rainforest Relics collection from Bargain Bead Box for July 2026. And I absolutely love everything. I love the beautiful color palette and the nice tropical designs. You guys let me know what was your favorite thing from the box. And stay tuned, and I'm going to come up with a design. So I'm going to get everything cleaned up and organized, and I'll be right back. When I first opened this month's Rainforest Relics collection from Bargain Bead Box, I couldn't stop thinking about a rainforest. Instead of seeing a traditional bracelet, I imagined twisting jungle vines wrapping around ancient relics hidden beneath the forest canopy. So today, we're bringing that idea to life by creating a bracelet that's organic, textured, and full of movement. Let's see if I can turn these beautiful beads into something that looks like nature created it itself. These are the items that I'm going to use from the Rainforest Relics collection, along with some of the charms that I'll probably use at the end when we're almost finished. So everything is from the Rainforest Relics collection, except for these seed beads right here that came from my stash. And I grabbed these because I really want to use these, but I knew I wasn't going to have enough for the project that I want to do. So I just grabbed some of these from my stash, and they are just a little bit smaller, but it'll be fine. So anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and the tools and the items that you're going to need are, I have 0.5 millimeter wax cord. I have some head pins and jump rings, and I'm going to use this bronze color here. I have bent nose pliers, flush cutters, round nose pliers, and needle nose pliers. You will need a pair of scissors and a ruler. Also, you will need a pair of knotting tweezers. To get started, I'm cutting 3 strands of wax cord, each about 36 inches long. We need plenty of extra cord because we'll be tying knots throughout the bracelet, and it'll leave several inches at each end to create little vine dangles later on. First, we're going to attach the toggle ring to a jump ring, and this is how you open and close a jump ring. You just want to go up and down and attach the toggle ring and then close your jump ring. Next, I'll feed all 3 cords through the jump ring and slide it down about 4 inches from the end. Then I'll tie a secure knot, making sure the jump ring is captured right inside the knot that we're forming. And push your knot down tight to make sure that it is secure. Take your strands and separate them to push the knot down a little further, making sure that it is tight. Now we have a nice starting point for the bracelet. Now we're going to start stringing some beads. So take your wax cord and form it into a point. Because this is wax cord, it will easily form into a little needle. This bracelet is made up of 3 separate vine sections, and I don't want each one to look exactly alike. Nature isn't perfectly symmetrical, so I'm embracing the same organic look throughout the design. For the first section, I'm stringing each cord separately. The 2 outside strands will share a similar bead pattern, while the center strand becomes more of a focal point using some of the larger feature beads from the collection. And because this bracelet is inspired by vines growing throughout the rainforest, I'm calling this bracelet Relics in the Vines. And here is the beading pattern for the first strand in the first section. Now go ahead and form your middle cord into a point. We're going to go ahead and start stringing that one. And this one is going to be a focal point for the first section. And remember to keep reinforcing that point to make it easier to get your beads on. And I like to use a mix of larger beads, smaller beads, and some bead caps to give it a little bit of a different, unique look. Okay, so this is the focal strand for the first section, and that's all I'm going to string on this strand. We're going to go ahead and move on to the third strand. And like I said, it's going to be the exact same as that first strand. And again, here is the pattern for all 3 strands. And now that the beading is complete for this section, I bring all 3 cords together and tie a tight knot. These knots are really the secret to the design. They keep each strand separate while allowing them to naturally spread apart, creating that twisting, vine-like effect I was hoping for. Now I'm going to take the cord around my fingers, pull my fingers out, and then pull all 3 cords through the loop that we're forming. Then I'm going to take my tweezers right inside that loop and right on top of the beads. Make sure you get it right on top of the beads because that's where the knot is going to land. And go ahead and pull your cord, and now we have our knot. Push that knot down and then separate your cords to make sure that the strand is tight. Like I said, that's what's going to give it the space, that vine-like effect. So make sure that knot is very tight. And we are going to use some brush-on glue at the end as well. And so far, it is looking really cute. I really like it. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the second strand. And again, I'm going to string the 2 outer strands the exact same, not the same as the first one, but the exact same for this section. And then the middle strand will be a focal section for this strand. I like changing the beads up just enough to keep the bracelet looking natural and full of character. I wanted each section to feel like another part of the vine weaving its way through the rainforest. And here's what we have for the first strand of the second section. And here is the beading pattern for the second section. You see I used some of the smaller beads mixed with the larger beads to give it a lot of dimension. And I really like that. Now we're going to go ahead and tie a knot the same way we did the first one. Wrap the cords around my fingers. And then I'm going to pull my fingers out and pull the cords through the knots. Make sure you have all 3 cords. Take your tweezers and put it right on top of the last beads. Go ahead and pull the cord down to form your knot. Pull the cord down, pulling the knot tight, and then separate the cords. See, and now it's starting to come together. You can see the jungle vines, and I love the sparkle in there as well. It's like the sun peeking through the jungle vines. And separate your cords, pulling that knot down, making sure that it is nice and tight. And now we can start to envision jungle vines wrapping around ancient treasure, just the way I had envisioned. Now it's time to build the third and the final section, changing the beads up just enough to keep the bracelet looking natural and full of character. And I'm going to go ahead and complete the third section, which is going to be similar beading as the first section. And I'll come back and show you what I have, and then we'll move on to the next step. And here's the pattern for the third section. Now that it's complete, we're going to go ahead and tie tight knots. And I'm going to go ahead and form one more knot to make sure that it is secure. And this is the exact look that I had imagined when I first saw these beads. I think this is gorgeous and I love it. Now go ahead and cut your cords the exact same length because that's going to be easier for the next step. We're going to go ahead and form the cords into a sharp point, all three cords together, and we're going to attach one of the leaf links. So pull the cords through the top hole, pulling the leaf down to the beads, and then take the cord back through the bottom hole. So the cord is going underneath the palm leaf. Make sure you straighten your cords so they're not twisted as you pull the cords through the second hole. And then make sure your palm leaf is pulled down tight right next to the beads. I really like this added extra detail. Now I'll attach the second jump ring along with the toggle bar using the same method we used at the beginning, so both ends are finished the same way. I'm just going to tie the jump ring onto the cords at the end of the palm leaf. And I am going to go ahead and tie one more knot to make sure that everything is secure. Now for one of my favorite details, the vine dangles. Instead of trimming away the remaining cord, I'm beading each strand separately using a simple repeating pattern. These little beaded tails make the bracelet feel like the vines continue growing beyond the clasp, giving the design even more movement. When I finish beading the strand, I'm going to tie 2 knots at the end. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish stringing the remaining 5 strands with the exact same pattern. And this is the side with the toggle ring. And I'm going to go ahead and continue that on the other side with the exact same pattern. And to extend the bracelet to make it larger, all you have to do is add a jump ring to one of the sides with the clasp. And now we have the remaining 3 strands completed. And I really love how this design looks. Yes. And now we're going to go ahead and trim the cords away. Of course, I'm not going to leave the cords this long, but I am going to leave just a little bit. So then we could fray the end just to give it, that messy, shabby boho look that I love. But first, I'm going to take some of my brush on glue so I can brush it on all of the knots. I want to make sure that everything stays in place. And now I'm going to take my tweezers to separate the fibers on each strand. And of course, we're not quite finished. I am going to add a little extra personality. Near the clasp, I'm adding a couple of antique style charms along with one of my signature chaos clusters. I love how these finishing touches make the bracelet feel like a hidden treasure that's been reclaimed by nature over time. And I really love the addition of the patina charms. Now I am going to create a chaos cluster, and I'm just using a head pin and putting on an assortment of different beads. It doesn't really matter. It's nothing specific. It's always random. And no two are exactly the same. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and place it slightly above that bead. Bend the wire toward me, bend the wire back around the top ring of the round nose pliers. Take your pliers out and reposition to the bottom ring. And then cross that wire over the wire that the beads are on. And then just continue wrapping that wire around the other wire. And that's what forms our loop at the top. And now we have a wire wrapped charm, which I call Chaos Cluster. And then take your flush cutters and cut that excess wire and take some pliers to smash the wire down. And I'm going to go ahead and create a couple more and I'll be right back. Okay, beaders, well, I went ahead and created 2 more chaos clusters and attached them to the bracelet right next to the toggle ring, right by the patina charm. And I think that looks really good. I think that's all that we need for this Relics in the Vines bracelet. And there you have it, our finished Relics in the Vines bracelet. I love how the twisting strands resemble jungle vines weaving around hidden rainforest treasures. The earthy gemstones, antique brass accents, and organic movement all come together to create a bracelet that looks like it was reclaimed by nature itself. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, I'd love if you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what this bracelet reminds you of. And let me know what was your favorite item from Bargain Bead Box's Rainforest Relics collection. Until next time, let's keep it messy, let's keep it boho, and as always, let's keep beading. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.